Nauru is a tiny island nation in the vast Pacific Ocean. This remote island is often overlooked on the world map, but it holds a unique place in the heart of the Pacific. It lies just south of the equator, basking in a tropical climate that shapes its environment and lifestyle. This isolated speck of land is only 8 square miles. To put that in perspective, it's about 1/3 the size of Manhattan. That makes it the smallest island nation in the world. Despite its diminutive size, Nauru has a rich and complex history. Nauru is home to around 10,000 people. These residents form a close-knit community, bound by shared traditions and a deep connection to their land. They share a unique history and face extraordinary challenges. From ancient times, Nauruans have navigated the challenges of isolation and limited resources. Despite its size, Nauru has a story that resonates globally. This story is one of resilience, adaptation, and the ongoing struggle to balance tradition with modernity. It is a story of boom and bust, driven by the discovery of phosphate deposits in the early 20th century. This mineral wealth brought unprecedented prosperity to the island. However, the environmental degradation that followed has left lasting scars. The once lush landscape was transformed into a barren wasteland, affecting both the ecosystem and the people. Most strikingly, Nauru holds the unfortunate title of the most obese nation on Earth. This health crisis is a direct result of the island's economic history and its reliance on imported food. Understanding how this happened reveals important lessons about globalization, resource dependence, and the impact of dietary changes on health. The complex interplay of economics and health is evident in Nauru's struggle to provide adequate healthcare for its population. The island's limited resources and remote location make it challenging to address these issues effectively. Nauru's government faces the daunting task of navigating these challenges while striving to improve the quality of life for its citizens. Efforts are being made to diversify the economy and reduce dependence on imported goods. Initiatives to restore the environment and invest in renewable energy are steps towards a more sustainable future. These projects aim to heal the land and provide new opportunities for the people of Nauru. The resilience of the Nauruan people is evident in their community spirit and determination to overcome adversity. The younger generation holds the promise of a brighter future, carrying forward the legacy of their ancestors. Cultural festivals and traditional practices continue to play a vital role in Nauruan society, preserving the island's heritage and fostering a sense of identity and pride among its people. Despite the challenges, Nauru's natural beauty remains a source of inspiration and hope. The island's pristine beaches and crystal-clear waters are a testament to the enduring allure of this Pacific gem. Education is a key focus for Nauru's future, with efforts to improve schools and provide better opportunities for the youth. Investing in education is seen as a pathway to empowerment and progress. On the international stage, Nauru continues to advocate for issues such as climate change and sustainable development. The island's voice is crucial in global discussions, highlighting the unique challenges faced by small island nations. In the end, Nauru's story is one of survival and hope. It is a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the importance of community in the face of adversity. As the sun sets over this tiny island, Nauru stands as a symbol of endurance and the unyielding will to thrive against all odds. This is Nauru, a small island with a big story. Nauru faces an obesity epidemic of staggering proportions. This small island nation, located in the Pacific Ocean, has become a focal point for public health experts worldwide. The obesity rates here are unlike anything seen elsewhere, making it a unique case study in the global fight against obesity. Over 95% of adults are overweight or obese. This statistic is alarming when compared to global averages, where the obesity rate is significantly lower. The reasons behind this crisis are multifaceted, involving a combination of genetic, environmental, and lifestyle factors. This means that almost everyone on the island is heavier than what's considered healthy for their height. The daily lives of Nauruans are deeply affected by this issue. From the food they eat to the activities they engage in, obesity has become a part of the social fabric of the island. The consequences of this are dire. The healthcare system in Nauru is under tremendous pressure, struggling to cope with the high number of patients suffering from obesity-related conditions. The island's medical facilities are often overwhelmed and healthcare workers are stretched thin. Obesity increases the risk of serious health problems. These health issues are not just limited to physical ailments but also include mental health challenges. The stigma associated with obesity can lead to depression and anxiety, further complicating the lives of those affected. These include heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and some types of cancer. The prevalence of these conditions in Nauru is alarmingly high, making it a public health emergency. The island's healthcare system is constantly battling to provide adequate care for these chronic conditions. These conditions are now widespread in Nauru. The waiting rooms in hospitals are often filled with patients seeking treatment for obesity-related illnesses. The medical staff is constantly on their toes, trying to manage the influx of patients and provide the best care possible. They put immense strain on the island's limited healthcare system. The resources available are not sufficient to meet the growing demand for medical care. This has led to a situation where the quality of healthcare is compromised, and patients often have to wait long periods to receive treatment. The prevalence of obesity in Nauru is not just a health crisis, it's a societal crisis. The impact of obesity extends beyond the healthcare system, affecting the economy, social structures, and the overall quality of life on the island. Community leaders and policymakers are now coming together to address this issue, seeking sustainable solutions to improve the health and well-being of Nauruans. To understand Nauru's obesity epidemic, we must delve into its history. This small island nation in the Pacific Ocean has a story that is both fascinating and tragic, marked by a period of immense wealth followed by a dramatic decline. Nauru was once a paradise island rich in phosphate. The island's natural beauty was breathtaking with lush greenery and pristine beaches. The phosphate deposits formed from centuries of bird droppings were among the richest in the world. This mineral is a key ingredient in fertilizer. Phosphate is essential for modern agriculture, as it helps plants grow and increases crop yields. The discovery of these deposits on Nauru attracted international interest. In the early 20th century, large-scale phosphate mining began. Companies from Australia, Britain, and New Zealand established operations on the island, extracting millions of tons of phosphate. The mining process was intensive, involving the removal of topsoil and the use of heavy machinery. This brought sudden wealth to the island. The Nauruan people, who had lived a traditional lifestyle for centuries, suddenly found themselves with unprecedented financial resources. The revenue from phosphate mining transformed the island's economy. For a few decades, Nauruans enjoyed a high standard of living. The newfound wealth allowed them to build modern homes, purchase luxury goods, and travel abroad. The island became known for its prosperity and high per capita income. The government provided free education, healthcare, and even housing. Nauru invested heavily in social services, ensuring that its citizens had access to quality education and medical care. The island's infrastructure improved significantly, with new schools, hospitals, and public buildings. However, this prosperity came at a cost. The intensive mining operations took a severe toll on the island's environment. Large areas of land were stripped of vegetation, leaving behind barren landscapes and deep pits. The mining devastated the island's environment. The once lush and green island was transformed into a wasteland. The loss of vegetation led to soil erosion, and the natural habitat for many species was destroyed. It also depleted its main source of income. As the phosphate reserves dwindled, so did the island's wealth. The mining companies eventually left, taking with them the economic lifeline that had sustained Nauru for decades. By the late 20th century, the phosphate reserves were almost gone. Nauru's economy collapsed. The island, once one of the richest nations per capita, faced severe financial difficulties. The government struggled to provide basic services, and many Nauruans were left without jobs or income. The environmental damage also made it difficult to develop other industries, leaving the island in a state of economic and ecological crisis. The end of the phosphate boom had profound effects on Nauruans' lives, including their diets. With their economy in ruins, they could no longer afford their traditional foods. These were fresh fish, fruits, and vegetables. Instead, they became reliant on imported processed foods. These foods are high in calories, sugar, and fat. They are also low in essential nutrients. This dramatic shift in diet coincided with increasingly sedentary lifestyles. People had fewer reasons to be physically active. This combination of factors created a perfect storm for the obesity crisis.